Let's talk about worth because someone's got to say it. Someone else's opinion of your value does not dictate how much you're worth. Let me explain. Tons of girls deal with this, including myself, but growing up, I did not really get a lot of guys. When I did like one of them, they didn't like me back. I promise I'm not being a pick-me. I got to a place where I ended up trying to prove myself to these guys that I was actually worth something. And then when I showed them all that I was worth and they still rejected me, it made me question my own value and it left me broken. Do not get me wrong, this happens with girl friendships too. It took me a long time to learn this. Just because someone doesn't see your value doesn't mean that you're worthless. Picture a designer bag, made custom, one of a kind. It's put on display so beautifully. The workers are telling the buyers all the good things about it, but they don't see the value in it, so they leave. And the designer doesn't care because the designer knows the value of that bag. He is not going to discount that bag for no one because the designer knows that when the right buyer comes along, that buyer will see the worth of that bag and it will treat it with the care and respect and carry that thing with pride like how the designer intended it to be cared for. Now, don't get me wrong, it might take a little bit longer for the right buyer to come along, but I can promise you, when that right buyer comes in the store, it does not matter what that price tag looks like, what extra shifts they'd have to take up, it is worth the work to get that bag to them because they value it that much. They'll take care of it in a way that the people that couldn't see its value wouldn't, or honestly just didn't know how to. And that's okay. But I'm here to remind you that God, your creator, your designer, knows your value. He made you for a purpose. He says in his word that there's no flaw in you, that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. And you really think he's gonna let these people come into your life that don't respect you and value you the way he created you to be? I don't think so, fam. So don't discount yourself when you were never created to be discounted. Because there is somebody out there, whether it's a relationship or a friendship, that will gladly pay the full price for you because your creator says you're worth it. And that's all, period.